Hey Ken, my name is Steven. I spoke to a young woman earlier today. She said it'd be okay to shoot you this video and send it on over to you. Now, in this video, I'm going to be going over three things that you can do today to start ranking above your competition when it comes to these online searches, right? Getting you more high quality jobs, just more views in general. Now, if by the end of this video you can see that I do have the know how to get this done, you can reach back out, we can chat, or you can just take this information and implement it yourself. Now, the three things I'll be covering are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your homepage, is what we're going to be talking about today. Now, Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the home pages of these service-based industry websites. Now, it allows you plenty of opportunity to put in all the buyer intent keywords. That's basically the keyword phrases that people are searching for online when they're searching for your services. Now, I went ahead and grabbed the number one competitor, and this is for the Asheville area, and I'm using this as an example because Asheville gets the most search volume for any towns or cities around the area. It's gentryservice.com. I went ahead and put their website into a tool I use called SE Ranking. Now, currently, in this tool, basically, it gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. So their website is currently being found for just under 800 keywords, and it was clicked on just over 400 times, and that's in the past 30 days. Okay, so I went ahead and grabbed your website and I put it in the same tool. You're currently being found for 12 keywords, but you were not clicked on at all. So let's go back to our competitor here. And this tool allows us to click on this 753 keywords number, and it pulls up all of those keywords, right? We're not concerned with most of these, but there are some that we are. And we can go through and look like this one, HVAC Asheville. This is what we call a buyer intent location based keyword, right? So people are looking for this keyword when they type this in. They're most likely looking it up for it with an intent to buy. This term alone was searched just under 600 times. HVAC repair Asheville NC searched just over 100 times, right? We can go through this list and we can filter it out to look for the types of keywords that would get you business, right? We just want to make sure that you have them on your website. So let's go ahead and look at the keywords, the 12 keywords you're being found for. So we'll click on that 12, which I did. And here's all the keywords you're currently being found for, right? HVAC contractors, Asheville NC, that's a good one, right? But there's only 30 search volume and you're on page 10 for that, right? So most of these are either informational or they're branded, right? So we definitely want to make sure that you have all those buyer intent keywords on here, which you're not being found for, right? And so that is a foundation. You want to be found for what the people are searching for. So that's it for content. Next, I'm going to be going over citations. Now, when people are searching for these terms like HVAC, Asheville, NC, studies have shown that anywhere between 40 to 60%, hold on, I'm sorry for all that. Let me turn that off. Anywhere between 40 to 60% of those people are going to be clicking on one of these businesses in this section here. This is the map pack. This has to do with your Google business profile. Now, I'm using Asheville because Leicester, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, is not showing up with a map pack, okay? But you're close enough to where you can actually show up here if this is done right, right? Most people believe that to show up in the top three here, and there's four here, but these three are the organic. The sponsored is an ad. Sometimes it shows up, sometimes it doesn't, and a lot of people don't click on it. But most people believe that the driving factor here are reviews, and that's not the case. It's actually citations, right? But first and foremost, you want to make sure that your Google business profile is optimized correctly, right? So you definitely want to make sure that that's optimized. And then after that, just citations. Like I said, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Some examples of these are like Yelp, Better Business Bureau, Yellow Pages. There's quite a few, and you guys probably have quite a few, but you want to make sure you're like in the top 100. You can Google it, the top 100 citations for directories for citations building, and then also look up like the top 50 HVAC directories for citation building. You want to go down that list and get in as many of those directories as you can, and then you will be much more likely to show up. And you also want to make sure that your name, address, and phone number are to the T verbatim exact on all these platforms as well. It creates trust with Google. On top of that, you want to be verified in what we call the 3 core data aggregators as well. Okay. Now, underneath the map pack is Google's organic search results list. The number one spot here captures anywhere between 30 to 50% of all the clicks. Okay. The number one driver here are backlinks. Now, when we're talking about backlinks, essentially it's other websites out there, and say, for example, on somewhere on their website, on one of their pages, there's a link. And when that link is clicked, it links back to your website. This is an example of a backlink. And the more relevant and popular that these websites are to your site, the better. So, for example, say you have a local blog page or a popular industry related site that's linking back to your website, that's what's going to help push you up in Google's rankings. Let's go back to this tool that I showed you earlier. This is our competitor. We were looking at this organic traffic section earlier. Now I want to look at this where it says referring domains and backlinks. Now, to be clear, it's through your content, primarily your keywords, that Google is able to find you for what people are searching for. But once they find you, they've got to determine where they're going to place you on that list, right? And that is all dependent on your backlinks. And really, primarily the websites you're getting the backlinks from. So referring domains, this means websites. So this is what's actually pushing them up. It's the power that these backlinks are getting from these referring domains. So they currently have over 1,000 backlinks coming from 293 other websites. You have 43 backlinks coming from 38 websites. So it's a bit of a disparity in numbers, but luckily it's not really about the numbers. It's about the relevance and popularity of these sites. So we can click on that 293. It's going to bring up all 293 websites they're currently getting, the competitor is currently getting their backlinks from. There's 15 pages of them on this tool, but I would recommend getting a tool like this, going down the list, go through all these websites and acquire backlinks yourself. If you were to do this over time, this is assuming that your content and your keywords are right, that would actually put you in contention for the number one spot right there, right? And then what will put you over the top is month after month, just continue to acquire high authoritative, or what we call backlinks from highly authoritative relative websites, and you would end up taking over that number one spot. So let's go ahead and recap. The first thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second is going to be citations. You want to be in the top 100 to 150 directories, especially a lot of them HVAC relevant industry related directories. And you also want to be in those 3 core data aggregators that you can go ahead and Google those. And then lastly, our backlinks. You need more relevant websites linking back to your website to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in and around the Asheville area. Now, like I said at the beginning, you can take this information and implement it yourself, or if you like, you can reach out to me. My name is Steven. I live right here in North Carolina. You can simply respond back to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. And your website is really nice, but I just let everybody know, just in case, that we rebuild websites here as well from scratch. So other than that, I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and a good weekend. Take care. Bye.